everybody. If you're catching a replay, leave me a comment. Let me know what's up. We are just chilling here in the garden. Very early today. It is a miracle that I'm up this early. We're just going to chill here for a minute until some people come stop in. Locusts are awake. I've been plucking caterpillars out of the sky. There's Chaos Reaper. So apparently this big tree right there has caterpillars living up there. Because I went to take something into the woods earlier today, and Demon Joker, there was about 6 or 7 caterpillars just hanging from the sky. And, hanging from their own stuff, you know. There's Reaper. Good morning, brother. And I have been under the weather the last few days, so today is kind of a revelation, thank the Lord. Got up, felt a little better, so I figured I'd show you guys what's going on in the garden. I tried something new, as you saw the thumbnail. Right out of the refrigerator. Right to YouTube to try to find out how it works. And I planted carrots and celery. The carrots aren't going to work. I can almost guarantee that right now. We'll talk about that here momentarily. If you're just joining us, pop in the chat. Let me know how you're doing this early morning. Very rare early stream for this channel, I'll tell you that much. We're going to do something I've never done here before, since it's before noon, and I was told never to water the garden right at noon when the sun's above. It's too hot or too much light. I don't know. So we're going to water the garden today. I'm going to show you the new things that I have planted. Show you the progress we got with the watermelon, which is actually pretty good. Fingers crossed. I mean, who knows? If you guys want to share this out, I'd appreciate it. Anybody else wants to stop in and hang out this morning for a little while, just have some fun chit-chatting. Thought about doing this on StreamYards, but to be honest with you, until I've messed around with it to find out if I can get off my camera and get it on the front camera on StreamYards to show you guys what I'm looking at, not me. I don't know. Blade Charge, what's up, brother? You work today? It's kind of early. I'm probably getting ready to go to work, if anything. I tried some new stuff. Well, if you look at the last video, you saw how big the basil plant was. That plant right there was probably up to here. And I have three, count them. Yeah, these are my fingers. I have 3 metal bowls full of basil inside drying out. The oregano's next. I cut around the outside on the last stream, and now I'll cut the middle out, as that just keeps growing. It's wonderful. Cilantro has been so the cilantro in the middle hasn't been that good. I just harvested this parsley yesterday, so that's already growing back. And the marigolds are marigolds. Almost time to trim down my little bush again. My bush of lemon thyme right there. And the old clematises are still climbing. I'm hoping next year some of this stays on here. And more flowers and more coverage. Because I'd like this whole trellis to be covered. Actually, I'm kind of looking for something above them too. Just a privacy issue. And not, these are the best neighbors on the planet, to be honest with you. But privacy issue right there with their pool. Like, I can see right into their pool. I was hoping to get something a little higher to block that. We'll see. Herb garden's still kicking. There's my little garden gnome chilling. Steeler gnome. So if you guys got any ooh, there's a spinny move. I gotta keep on forgetting that I'm on the air here with you guys. Let's go ahead and do the watering like I said I was gonna do. I love how that looks like really nice grass. Artificial turf. I've explained it a million times that my friend had his backyard done for his dogs and had extra. It's got to be over $1,000 worth of that stuff. That's professional grade turf. I didn't lay it down professionally, as you see, but I was thinking of maybe smoothing it out, putting some putting holes on there. It's not level, but close enough. Here's a fun trick today. I got to clean out the litter boxes. That's always fun. Someone popping in and leaving real quick. How you doing, lurker? CE! CE, come clean out my my litter boxes for me. See, he's the one that says, why do you plant food? Can't you just go to the store and get it? Come on, CE. Olympics are here, man. The Olympics are here. I was watching the opening ceremonies earlier. If anyone's watching, it's on right now if you're missing the opening ceremonies. How you doing, Monstar Sean? Good morning. The opening ceremonies are on, and one of the most impressive things I've ever seen, and Sean probably knows what I'm talking about, and that's the drones. They had 1,800 drones flying over. 6 people in here, 2 thumbs. Come on, people. I don't normally preach about that, but I will here. They had 1,800 drones flying above the arena in the form of a globe, and it rotated. It was amazing. Just go Google it. You'll see the globe. I'm gonna get a little water on the garden here. You see Paul and Nate's working. And we had a lot of rain last week, but this week's been a little drier, so we are gonna hit the garden pretty good today. 80 degrees throughout the day today. I got a bunch of green beans harvested. Not super hot. Humidity's gonna be a little bit high. We're gonna get real good water on all this today. Never really watered the plants while I'm on the air. Hope you guys are having a good day. CE, well, you're only an hour behind me, right, CE? I think my West Coast people out there won't be on this stream. It's like 7 in the morning, right? 7:30, 8 o'clock almost. You can see the watermelons getting there. And I have something new here I planted. If you look at the thumbnail, see that watermelon? Who could point out the watermelon? Hey, Firestar, I was just talking about you. Brooks in the house, Firestar. It's early out there, huh? So dry, no rain for 4 weeks in the 90s. We have over 104. Yeah, I heard about the forest fires. I got friends that live up in northern part of the state, Sean. They say that they can see, even down here in Pennsylvania, people were saying it, which I don't know. Because of the forest fires in Canada, it's changing the sky color in Northern America. Anybody, is that any truth to that, or 10 for CE? Yeah. This is called self-sustainability, CE. Yes, I can go to the grocery store and buy a lot of this stuff, but there is a lot of pleasure in picking your own watermelon and eating it. Yeah, that's the truth. Wow. I always thought in today's world, with the technology we have and with the money that certain people have, I was talking about people on the West Coast, Cassandra. Firestar, I was talking about, this is probably the earliest stream I've ever done on YouTube. And for those that are on the West Coast, it's even earlier. Yeah, but definitely the Olympics is on. I tell you what, if you guys missed it when I just started in Mexico with pollution. Really, CE? That's crazy. Tito, good morning, my friend. Smoke and wind traveling. Yeah, I was saying how yesterday, if you caught my last 2 shows and you've been watching me, you can tell when I'm sick. And the last 2 shows, I haven't been that well. 2 shows ago, I almost stopped the show after the first match. But I got through it. And you guys are a big help to that. I mean, I don't talk about my illness and my struggles on the air too much, but it hasn't been very well. It's worse in the summer. Who wants to be sick in the summer, man? The weather's nice and everything, and I got shit I want to do. It's very depressing, but I work through it, and you guys help. You guys definitely help. So we're going to let that water let's go water the grapevine a little bit. But I appreciate you guys. This community is a lot more, we talk about it sometimes, but it's a lot more than some people realize. It's very therapeutic. And I talked about this before, like when I first started on YouTube, I was like, oh, look at the rainbow. You guys see that rainbow? Tell me y'all see that rainbow. I'm not just tripping on something. Rainbow. Who sees the rainbow? It's a miracle day, man. That's when you know somebody's looking out for you up there. This is my grapevine, and because of my grandmother, I can only think that's her. Damn it. Wow. Yeah, you can see it good when I do that. Amen. Hi, Grandma. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, I'm an emotional person. I ain't ashamed of it. Most of you guys already know that. Wow. That was wild. Oh. I've talked about my grandmother on here before. Lost her a couple years ago, and a lot of the garden is inspired by her and the ability to do this. And put it this way, and here, I'll throw a different pitch to you. Hi, Bailey. Look at this. Hi, Bailey. You going, Bay? Hello. Hi, I'm good. You going, Bailey? You want to take a dump in my yard, that's all. You want to take a dump in my yard? Say hello to my friends? I'm showing my garden off to my friends. Now they get to see the dog. I talk about Bailey all the time. It's my neighbor's dog. That's kind of my dog for a couple seconds every couple days. I get going. Get going. Get. Yeah, that's the dog I've been telling you guys about. You guys know about the weird little... My mom was telling me she has a friend that lives up the street about some weird little animals that live in the woods back here. They're like little, not like a big rat or something. I forget what they were called. But she said that her friend up the street sees them all the time. They're like little muskrats or something. And she goes, watch out because they're real vicious. But I don't know. I forget what they're called. It's a real weird name. I have to ask my mom. She told me. She's like, my friend told me they're up. These little critters are up behind her house. And she's worried they get into her garbage or attack her cats and dogs and stuff.
I know, like about a month ago, we had two baby raccoons on our house.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. It's a weird name. But I'll text you as soon as I remember what it is. And she sent me a picture of it, and I'm like, no, I've never seen one of those. I found a turtle, which Brett said might have been maybe her. Did she have a turtle before and she let up in the woods?
Did she have a bee on its back?
It was a smaller one, so it might have had babies. Because it was a small turtle, and I asked Brett. Brittany had, okay. He said his sister had a turtle and let it go, and maybe that's the spawn of the turtles. It was small, but I've never seen a turtle out here. No turkeys yet either. I haven't seen them yet this year. And I haven't seen deer either, ever. And Brett says he sees deer, and I have never seen deer. How's the garden? Better than mine. Zucchini, if you get any zucchini, I'd love one. Okay. I can't eat a lot, but one zucchini would be nice.
Okay, all right. I already used one. Brittany took one. They're coming. Do you like cucumbers or can't you?
I got tons. I got too many.
Okay,
I grew them this year.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I appreciate it, of course.
Sure.
Or if I see some ever, I'll only grab one or two. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. My neighbor. I told you I got cool neighbors. So here's what's new. Cowboy John. Yeah, we do have turkeys back here. LD, what's up? You see those tomatoes finally getting ripe in there? Finally turning color. I'm gonna have some tomatoes. Let's see if I can find any more of these caterpillars. So I walked out here this morning and literally 6 or 7 of them were just white little caterpillars hanging from these trees. Of course, I won't find one now. But as odd as I am, I took them over here. Put them on this thing, but I can't. But I don't go back in the woods too much. There's Bailey, eyeballing me. Beautiful dog. Yeah, the caterpillars have come down. Did I put one in here? Nope. And they were literally hanging from, there's one. You guys see it? See it falling? I knew I'd catch one of them. There we go. So we get a little wildlife here on the show as well. I gotta get better with this camera, that's for damn sure. So we got a little caterpillar. We're gonna give him onto this thing here. There you go, buddy. See you later. But yeah, there was literally like 6 or 7 of them hanging around here when I got up this morning. But yeah, as I said, that wow, I still can't believe there was a damn rainbow. That's a miracle. And I've been so sick the last few days, and today I felt so much better after I got up. It is crazy. And there is one cucumber. Let me make sure he got room to grow. And pollinate is in there somewhere, pollinating everything. But let's show the new stuff. This is what I'm excited about. So, and those will turn into butterflies, you're damn right. That's why I try to put them on the same spot. So I saw inchworm. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. There's Paul and Nate going to work. Go get them, Nate. My bees are doing a great job. What the fuck, Mike? What up, WTF? Showing off what the garden's doing right now. You guys asked for cantaloupe and watermelon, and you're getting cantaloupe and watermelon. Look at that guy growing. That cantaloupe's gonna be good. I actually bought cantaloupe and watermelon yesterday in the grocery store, in hopes that the next time I eat it, it'll be mine. Here's my watermelon. Yeah, I am feeling a little better, big time. There's the watermelon. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I have a bunch of green beans I'll probably eat this weekend. There's more. Like what I'll do is come out here and pick a dozen green beans, come out the next day and there's a dozen more. Yeah, Mike, this is all used to be just grass. And all these pavers, a lot of bricks were here. Over the years I've made, that's what Blade said. I've made a lot of progress, had a friend come in and blacktop all this, give me a little basketball court. But then what you're seeing from right here on used to be all just grass. If you go back to my first garden stream, you can see the progression as I dug a small area here and then brought in pavers and brought in gravel and brought in all kind of stuff. Yeah, today it's like a 180 turn from yesterday. Yesterday I spent almost the whole day in bed. I was gonna cancel my show last night. Went to Firestars, chat for a little bit. Thank you, WTF Mike. I call myself the rookie seasoned gardener. Rookie because I've been doing this for 10 years, but I'm learning on my own, piece by piece, different kinds of rocks to beautify it. The gravel was first to keep the groundhogs out from getting into the garden. The turf is fake turf from my friend's house that he gave to me. Fire pit, bench, just try to make it so cool and nice back here. CE, if you're still here, you want to know why I grow my own food. Nothing better than making a steak and throwing your own herbs on it, throwing your own green peppers, banana peppers, and onions on that steak while it cooks. That's self-gratification, self-sustainability. So Mike, if you go back to my first garden stream, there's a playlist of all the garden streams, or anybody else out there who hasn't seen it. You can see the progression to how this came to play. A lot of hard work, bit by bit. All me, no big machinery, except for the driveway. Piece by piece, each year I tried to improve it, make the garden longer, whatnot. I grow my own steak. Well, there are plenty of critters in these woods here. Like I live in the city, but also right by the woods, as you can see. And I guess I should show my scenery. This is one of my favorite little lookout spots from up top here. And I do grow some basil on the porch. I lost one basil plant. That's pineapple sage there, more basil. And this plant has to be outside or else my cats eat it. But I live in southwestern Pennsylvania, in the city, small town, but also mountains right there. So we have big mountains, and I doubt you guys can see it, but there is a huge big white cross up there in the middle of it. Good. Mike, you are free to send me any steaks you want. I also eat venison. So if you hunt deer, I'll eat deer as well. So I do have mountains here as well. You can also go to one of my streams where I showed you the waterfalls, Ohio Powell area, the mountains. Fort Necessity Battlefield is up in the mountains that I did a little stream on too. I should do more of those. Um, there's so much to do around here and people just take it for granted. Ooh, you got venison too, cool. But because of my stomach issues, I started growing my own herbs to make my own allspice instead of putting salt and sugar on everything and way too much. So now you got rosemary, parsley, thyme, basil, cilantro, oregano, all right at my disposal. And my Steeler gnome, yes, Big Ben Rothberger. You got that right, Sean. Bumping uglies. So we're getting to the point of this whole this whole thing here. So I used to make more of a pico de gallo than it was a salsa. Cucumbers, zucchini, peppers, onions, anything I can grow out here. Chop it up small, olive oil, seasoning, you know, tomatoes. I just made my own, basically, pico de gallo or salsa. I can't eat that much anymore, so I can't eat that as much. Hey, I would try it. You gonna ship me some? Drop in my DMs, Mike. I would love to. I'll even do a stream on cooking and everything. Even though I'm not an expert at any of this, I'm learning the hard way. But garden bed number one's pretty lame. It hasn't done that well. I'm gonna test the, Mike, if you're a farmer, you could definitely maybe help me out. I don't know some of my stuff. I'm in southwestern Pennsylvania, so it's different than a lot of other places that I see. These YouTube videos are from California, you know, other places that are like warm all year, Texas and stuff like that. I got different climate. We get all 4 seasons in one day sometimes around here. But I don't need a lot of vegetables, but just enough for me to eat every once in a while. I have 2 kohlrabi left, my little cabbage apples, I like to call them. Really doing well, but I had those earlier. It was one of the first things I planted along with the onions. Onions not doing well either. But as long as I get a couple peppers, like I said, I grabbed a pepper, a banana pepper, onions, and threw it on the grill on my steak the other day. Woo-hee! Nitrogen rich. So yeah, some kind of, it's called ME or some kind of weird type of dirt they say to use. People on these streams have told me, because I use these streams to try to do better at this gardening. So they told me to try coffee grounds. I don't drink coffee, so I don't have coffee grounds. Winnetoba, my little sage plant there, and of course I got the marigolds, sunshine marigold, my in-game daughter. So I had carrots and celery the other day from the store, and I noticed that my carrots, when I pulled them out, already had started to grow. They had leaves on the top. And you can see some of my tomatoes starting to ripen. I have cherry, grape, and early girls. The early girls will be the full-size ones over here whenever they finally keep some of your soil too wet and can cause mold issues. Yeah, that's another thing. I stopped watering it too much. I used to water it way too much. Like even when we had rain a couple days, I'd still water it. Cucumbers have done really well. The green beans are doing well. There's another watermelon. This is the first time I've ever grown watermelon or cantaloupe. So any tips on those? Since Mike's a farmer, if you grow any fruit, my question is, and I have some ant traps, but I had a lot of ants out here earlier. And I sprayed it with 7. I think it got rid of most of the ants. Gamer. Shulky here. Perry ants. Yeah, everyone has their own remedies, Mike. You know what I mean? Like it's different in different areas. I gotta test the dirt and see if I need to change anything. Show yourself, Shulky, if you're in there. So the carrots and the celery. When I Googled it, Styles, what's up? Ants have been bad. Where are you at, Styles? But the ants have kind of dissipated. They're not as bad. But I know that garden bed up there doesn't grow very well. New Mexico. Oh, that's you're the one that. Are you the one that Mama was staying with for a while? I think so. I never really got to talk to you, my friend. So I found out the whole meaning of this stream again. I haven't got to it yet. Making you wait. Good old YouTube. I found out planting carrots and celery can be as easy as using what you got from the store. So I had the celery plant, and I planted it right here. Yeah, a couple years ago. Yep, I remember that stuff. And there is the celery plant. Those leaves were not there when it started. They were down inside. And it said to cut the bottom of the root off a little bit, cut the top off of a celery heart. I was going to try to grow it indoors for a while because it has to grow indoors as well in a little cup of water for a while until it sprouts like that. But I threw it in there yesterday in the morning and it's already growing. Now, my problem with celery in the past when I grew celery, I found it at a greenhouse once and bought it, along with some of the lettuce that I had that wouldn't grow. And you see my shitty cabbage right there, not going to make it. Might get one head of cabbage. But the celery was, I don't know, they were telling me to wrap it in newspaper or something. It was just, it didn't taste like celery. It tasted like wood or something. We'll see how this goes. Believe it or not, in between these, I have planted carrots, and I think they're just going to rot out. It was just the tops of each of the carrots that had leaves growing. I was hoping they'd grow. And I got a couple onions over there as well. So this is all trial and errors to find out what works, what doesn't work. I have lame zucchini. That's why I asked my neighbor for a zucchini. I have yet to see a zucchini anywhere, but I got a lot of buds and flowers. I might get one or two, which is okay for me because I don't need a lot. I can't eat a lot of these vegetables, but cook them. Dry fertilizer, get a bucket from him and you'll be amazed. I know a guy who grows a lot of this stuff. I was using mushroom compost. I saw a video where someone said, when you do your initial dirt, try mushroom compost. Now, New Mexico down there styles, you got heat all year. Like here we get the frost, we get the different weather, so I can't grow things as long. And from what I've seen in some of these videos, a lot of the process is similar, but based on the area and the heat, it's not going to work here as well. Now, I tried garlic and ginger before, and I'm open for suggestions. That's what these streams are about. When I had my first garden update this year, I asked you guys what you wanted me to plant. Very dandelion greens? No. Dandelion, is that what you mean? No, I don't need dandelions. I know what dandelion is, though. But you guys said you wanted me to try. I think this might be the most different things I've ever grown in this garden. So the last few years, I really broke it down to onions and peppers, and I don't even think I did cherry tomatoes last year. That's it. I can't eat a lot of that stuff. I make fried green tomatoes. If I cook the vegetables, it's not as bad on me, but this is still one of my favorite things is the herb garden. I mean, I've told you guys a million times that oregano bush, this lemon thyme bush, they come back naturally every year, along with the rosemary bush over there. But I appreciate you guys. We got 6 thumbs and 10 in the building. If you guys are liking the old chill stream, hit that thumbs up for me. I know I don't know if Shifty's doing a preview show later. Arugula. Gastroparisi. Say, what, Brooke? You're in the South, aren't you, Brooke? Where are you at? Arugula. So arugula, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, is like loves humidity but not straight heat. Yeah. I see that's a lot. Like I've learned about the powdery mildew on the leaves. I've learned about checking under some of the leaves for some of the fungus and bugs that'll grow and get those out of there. Peppery favored green. Peppery probably wouldn't be good for me if it's like spicy. I had a bucket. I had a wooden planter, and the wooden planter had 4 different types of lettuce in it, and it was cut and grow lettuce. That was pretty damn cool because I would come out and cut it, cut the lettuce, and it would grow right back up. Not spicy, just peppery. Okay, I could probably try. I don't know if I've ever had arugula. Carrots, Ninja, you paying attention? Or did you just get here? I just told you I planted carrots. Well, the lettuce bed that I had ended up being breakfast. Dun, 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 for this guy. He's hiding right now. He was out yesterday. My groundhog. I got a family of groundhogs in here. It means digestion is slower. Oh, is this Brooke? You can help me out with my stomach problem. Goddess! Goddess wants to see my melons. Hey now. Eat cooked vegetables, not raw. I have gastroparesis and have to eat cooked vegetables, not raw. I don't know what I have, Brooke. I've been tested a million times by several gastro doctors and regular doctors and stuff. But my stomach is really bad. Let's go check out the melons for Goddess. Goddess, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. We talked about the melons earlier. We do have celery and carrots planted in here now. And good morning to everybody. Number one, baby's getting bigger. It's about almost the size of a baseball. Almost. You've been known to flash people. Hey now. I'll check my DMs later there, guys. Thank you. So I have a chef and a farmer in the house right now, so that's definitely a help. And that's the idea behind this, is for me to learn. If I learn something new every day, that's what it's all about. And if it can be painful, yeah, stomach issues are bad, Brooke. I've been living with them for a long time, and they're just getting worse as I get older. Baseball. Maybe a little smaller than a baseball. I don't know, maybe like a handball, like a bouncy. Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, I was worried about, like, when I water it or when it rains, that this cloth will get wet and it's sitting in something wet. So you can see the underneath doesn't have the color of the top. I gotta be really careful. I don't want to lose this guy. This is my first one. But I want him to be able to grow. So I don't know anything about the melons, so if Mike knows anything about melons or growing them, maybe he does as well. Had a couple other. Yeah, Brooke, I found that out on YouTube. Blaze, you should try growing paprika. That's one thing I do use sometimes, but I never really saw. I've never seen a paprika plant. That's why you turn them. Those are called field spots. So I should turn it. How do I turn it? It doesn't turn. Actually, YouTube showed me how to do these. There's a little turn. I got some turn out of it. I'm not sure how to turn it too much. I don't want to break it. My last stream, Mike, there was a baby smaller than this guy. Got a little guy right here ready to grow. But I touched it and it fell off, so. So I got some of the bottom showing. I don't want to turn it too much and break it. Maybe that'll help. Never grown mine in a hammock. Well, the only reason I did it hammock is because after I planted 4 watermelon and 4 cantaloupe, I don't have the room. So I needed them to grow up. Like this guy here, here's my other one, Goddess. Cantaloupe. Yeah, you gotta coddle your fruit there, Mike. My cantaloupe looks good, and like Mike, this one's sitting on the ground, so I don't gotta worry about this one as much. But when I watched some YouTube videos and they said if you're doing trellises and growing them vertically, and you're afraid they get too big and break off, you can put them in hammocks. Grow them on the ground, they take off, your whole back. Yeah, exactly, Goddess. That's what, and after I planted them, I didn't realize I have no damn room. This whole bed would have been full. But I'm letting some of them grow on the ground too, like over here. There's gonna be one there. There's gonna be one here. So those ones will sit on the ground. I have a couple other ones trying to grow on the inside. Where's Nate? There you are, Nate. Hi, Nate. How you doing? That's Paul and Nate right there doing his job. I'm missing the chat. I hate how it doesn't show the chat the whole time. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. I want to see the chat the whole time. Hey, the over-the-shoulder boulder holder, I remember that joke. Melon sings for the ladies. Yeah, the video I watch says you take a t-shirt about 6 inches by 2 feet, tie them off at each end, and you can sling them up so they don't break and fall off. So Nate, go get them, Nate. Get in there, Nate. I'm so waiting to get bit by a bee for doing this dumb shit. Woo, stay away. Where you going, Nate? You're kind of confused. What are you doing over here, dude? He's cleaning his... Oh, we're getting a little nature again. What you doing, Nate? I'm up in your business. Ooh, you're in my business now. Here's another one. This one's going to need a hammock soon. What did you do, goddess? Did you... Wouldn't hold Shawn. Ooh, sagging hammock. Hey now. Big bull, big melons. So this guy's getting there. I'm gonna wait. I'll test him. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always go buy a watermelon if I really need to. But oh, Shawn Jr. banana hammock. So I'm gonna test this one. I'll see how big it can get before I really need a hammock on this one. I don't know if you think it'd get big enough to touch the ground. That's like a foot in the air. That would be one big watermelon. Like if it grows like anything else grows in here. Here's another thing Mike might know how to do. I'd love to turn some of these into pickles because I can't eat cucumbers that much. Look at right up Nate's butt here. Hey, Paul and Nate, what are you doing in there? Yeah, that's a real close focus, Daniel's son. That's what she said. There's a lot of that's what she said going today. I guess I could pick some of these. It's first picking tomatoes of the year. I don't need a lot of tomatoes. I just need a few. I will come out here in the morning and grab a few and just eat them for breakfast. Ooh, Nate. Out of my face, dude. These are ripe, so we got some tomatoes for today. J. Jules Barrett, what's happening? My wrestling ring is overgrown? What are you drinking or smoking this morning there, Jade? So we got a little tomatoes. Make a little salad out of that or something. Elevator pickles, no canning required. Yeah, I don't want to be canning shit. I might have all the stuff. I have pickling spice, I believe. So I need to prune. I need to get some of these dead leaves off of here. There's another. I have like 4 or 5 right there. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cucumbers there. Pickles will be cool to do. You got to manscape. You need to manscape your head. So review of the new test here is a close look of my celery, which right out of the fridge, cut off the bottom, shaved off the root bottom a little bit, stick it in the ground with it sticking up. I used to make my own salsa crimson, but I can't do that anymore. Like I was explaining earlier, it's more of a pico de gallo. So we're gonna see if we can grow some lettuce, celery I should say. And then I have 4 carrots right down the middle here. But there's 1 carrot. Yeah, they're done. These carrots aren't going to last. Tops of my carrots had leaves on them, so I figured I'd plant them and see if they would work. I know celery seeds are cheap, but I just had celery, and it's July. And I had celery, and I figured I would, phone's overheating. I would try to grow it from that. I don't want to grow celery there. I never planned on it, but whenever I forget what vegetable I was looking up how to do, and there was something that said, celery, just cut off the bottom, throw it in the garden, and see what happens. This is all trial and error, man. This is a little project for me, a little peace of mind, see what I can do. And the video part of it came along years later. And having YouTube and being able to reach out to you guys for more advice, suggestions, and such. Like right now I have a big bowl of oregano drying inside, 3 bowls of basil drying inside. And I'll let those dry, and parsley drying inside. I'll let those dry naturally, crumble them up, throw them in a container and use them for seasoning. I wish I could grow onions better. I wish I could grow garlic and ginger better. I tried garlic last year. Uh-oh, lightning's gonna hit Goddess. Pineapple? No, I have pineapple sage. The closest thing, it smells great. Pineapple sage on my porch. Yeah, there's something like I did potatoes once, and it wasn't a lot of work, but you have to wait so long to harvest them, and I got these little ass potatoes. It was satisfying to be able to grow potatoes, but no, I'll go grab a bag of potatoes at the store. So we saw a caterpillar today. A bunch of caterpillars falling from that tree over there, which means I'll have more butterflies soon. I'm glad my phone warns me that it's getting hot before it shuts off. So we watered the garden. That's the first time I've done that too. Pizza, oh, it might be pizza done. Plant your garlic by jalapeno. See, I don't do anything spicy, Mike. You cross-pollinate garlic and jalapenos. Woo. I can't do spicy, but that's a cool thing. That's another thing maybe Mike knows about. I was told to plant the watermelon and the cantaloupe further apart, but I didn't have that choice. And I like pineapple on pizza sometimes too. I didn't have the choice because that little area is what I was building, planting all that stuff. Now, I wouldn't mind it. It'd be interesting to see what a watermelon cantaloupe would be, or a cantaloupe watermelon. But with the bees all flying around there, cross-pollination between the cucumbers, the watermelon, and the cantaloupe, because those bees are just buzzing around. I don't know if that would do anything, if it just wouldn't grow if it's from the other plant. I'm learning about the pollen and stuff and all that shit. And I mean, that's why I planted these flowers. I wasn't into flowers, but I planted these flowers besides the fact they're Steeler colors to keep the critters away. Also for suggestions what other types of flowers I could plant in here. I don't need to bring bees. I got plenty of bees. But anything that brings butterflies. Here comes some too. Right, as I said, here comes a couple butterflies. Thought of growing grapefruits. Well, this is the first of the fruits here. I had watermelon in my old house that like, it was a goddess or someone saying it just takes over your yard. That shit climbed through the damn grass. And I had like 5 watermelons. One was about the size of a baseball, and then one was maybe the size of a football is the biggest one. But we'll see how those watermelons get. I've been looking for other ways to use cucumbers too. So, something I saw can turn it into like a cleaner or a cleanser or something. They took cucumber and ground it up with a bunch of shit and used it. If I can use it for like a household cleaner or something, I don't know. I can't eat a ton of cucumber. I just gave a bunch away to my friend. Phone warnings that they're, oh geez, that they're too hot. What's that supposed to mean, Sean? So I'm always toying with, just like my wrestling federation, something new, something different, add on to it, try to be innovative, try to do something that hasn't been done before. I'm gonna grab this chair and post up over here. Cucumbers work amazing for recomposting. All right, so that's what I can ask you too, Mike. I don't do a compost right now, but I know I could. So here's too hot, wink, wink, yeah. See if we got any more caterpillars floating around. So I don't do compost. I could, what was the other stuff? Mushroom compost I heard to use. It's like worm compost or something, I don't know. So I have an area back here that I thought about using as a compost area, but I have never, kale, I've never eaten kale. I can't eat a lot of leafy shit, stuff that doesn't digest. So I just throw my shit right here. There's a bunch of cucumber shit right there, so it's not really a bitch mode warning. Oh geez. Something's burrowing a hole over there. So I don't compost. I should probably get something, or maybe I might have to get off of my Wi-Fi. Till useless cucumber back into your soil. So should I have like a bucket or something to put all that in and save it, or just mush it up and put it back? I don't know. So those are things I need to still learn and get better. That's why I'm Still consider myself the seasoned rookie. I've been doing it for 10 years. I work on seasonings. There's a double entendre. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a while. I'm going to stick around for another 15 minutes or so. If you guys got any suggestions, ideas. The kale, maybe next year I'll use one of these beds. I thought about building raised beds, didn't do that. Just want to throw them down like you did and come fall, till them. There you go. I have a little tiller. Keep turning your pile blaze. It will help mix in good. Yeah, I don't really mess with it. I just throw that shit down in there. There's a bunch of flowers, buds from flowers back there and stuff. Onions that didn't grow, or little onions that weren't big enough to plant. Like this spring, I went back and had like a dozen onions in back there. They were growing real good. I actually used some of those onions when I harvested my first. I planted 120 onions to start this garden this year, with all intents and purposes to half of them dying, which pretty much happened. But I hope everyone's having a good day. It's beautiful here today. I'm hoping I keep feeling better. Not 100% yet, but enough to do a stream at 10:30 in the morning. You know, something's got to be good. I thank the Lord for that. I still go. If you guys missed it, go back to the beginning of the stream. I was watering the grapevine over here, and yeah, a rainbow. Pretty crazy. John Travolta will be here. That's only when it gets crazy. Oh, what's up, everybody? I'm still wearing the Suns jersey, even though they lost. What's up? 95% water. I know, and that's the problem with those things, man. What's up, everybody? Chilling, chilling. Appreciate y'all for stopping in today, whether it's 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, the whole damn show. You know how I say it. Yeah, even though they lost, I'll still represent them. Well, I have a jersey from every NFL team, so I could have wore anything. So I figured I'd rep the Suns. Yeah, oh, goddess, come on now. I'm feeling good for a change. It doesn't happen very often, so get used to it. Don't get used to it, I mean. It's been a rough week, I'll be honest. To get to this point, for me to be able to sit here and talk to you guys like this doesn't happen very often. I know Sean gets on my back when I do the review streams on his channel. Wasn't doing too well. I'm always hiding. I'm just me. I appreciate you guys for stopping it. Yeah, I know you give me shit for it. If I'm feeling good enough, I will, but I don't feel great all the time, very often. But with today turning out pretty good, I think the stream tomorrow will go on. We got 16 competitors in a tournament, and of course tonight, I don't know, is there going to be some beatings over there on WPW Goddess? Shifty tonight as well. I appreciate you, Goddess. You're amazing. That's very nice. That's very cool. I'm blessed to have the community we got here. Amen. If I can share a positive message or bring a smile to somebody, I'd be glad to do it every once in a while. I've been lurking for 4 years on people's streams, learning YouTube. That's how you do it. Find out how people act when they don't know you're there. As well as when you are there. But I enjoy the chats. You guys know that. And you guys can probably tell when I'm all in for a chat or if I'm just chilling, sitting there lurking and watching. I'm always watching for a reason. I have a game plan most of the time. And I started this 4 years ago. I didn't jump into it for a reason. I studied it for 6 months. I mean, I don't brag about a lot of stuff, but besides the couple weeks that I've been sick, we're talking coming up on 4 years of consistently streaming every week. And I've done that for the past 4 years now. January of 2017, I popped onto YouTube and watched it for 10 months until the end of October when I did my first stream. Watch how mods work, how people run their channels, and get a good idea of what I wanted to do. So I studied on it. I wanted to make sure if I was going to jump into YouTube that I knew what I was doing, that I had some background, I had people around me that could help if I needed it. It's become a lot bigger than I could even imagine. Hopefully it gets even bigger. Keeps having fun. And that's the bottom line. Give people, I call it the escapism. For people to have a place to get away from, to get away to, and have some fun. No matter if it's a talk stream or a gaming stream or whatnot. Of course, someone's calling me. And that is a spam call. I can tell by the number. I get those every day around noon. Your auto warranty is up. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is ours. And not only for you, Goddess, but for the people that come and watch you. You don't understand how therapeutic that can be for them, too, to get away. And that's what I didn't realize at first until I started to meet some of the people out there in the communities and find out what they go through. Find out what they go through on a regular basis, too, and find out a lot of people got it worse than I do. Um, and if I could cheer them up, I always say whether they're laughing at me or with me, they're smiling, and that's a big deal to me. I've clowned on myself for the past 2 years. I always tell people too, you can't make fun of the bald head or the big nose. It's been done a million times. Big ears, it's been done a million times. I don't mind. As long as you're smiling, I'm a happy man. I'm here to try to entertain people. Whether it's a wrestling, the garden, just a talk show. I've been told some people say, just get online, just do talk shows like this and hang out with people. Don't need nothing but a good time. Ooh, bigger. Hey now, I don't have my button with me here. Boing, boing. But if I could learn a couple things, I started meeting people from gardening communities, scratching communities, trucking communities, gaming communities, a bunch of different communities. Some communities I wanted nothing to do with. But I still watched, see how things go on, how they function, how they handle uh, trolls and drama and bullshit like that. Everyone handles it differently. You're not going to hear me go off on my chat like I've seen people do. You're not going to hear me scold people. I'm privileged to have you in my streams. Yes, Mike, never go live with Monstar and his family because it'll be drunken shenanigans the whole time, and someone ends up in the shoe closet. Yeah, God, that's your right. That's the whole beauty of it. You don't have to be involved in all the communities. You don't have to be involved in some of them. You pick what you want, and you have fun with it. Same thing with the wrestling communities. You don't have to be in all. Some people try to have 45 characters and be in 400 different companies. If that's you, that's you. Do it. Do you. Have fun with it. That's why I don't hold people's win-loss records or how much they're at the shows. This is a fun side project for a lot of people. You whack the trolls. You're gonna go whack yourself. The YouTube's got to be a place to get away, and it has been for me for a while. It's very therapeutic. Like yesterday is a great example. I told you I was sick as shit all day, in bed, miserable, and I told myself I'm gonna try my best and wait as long as I can to go live and see how it goes. And I started feeling a little better later on. Firestar, your stream helped too. Pop it in there with you and a couple people having some fun. Well, we appreciate you, Sean, for your crazy Canadian content. Goddess, you didn't want to go back to Twitter either. Now you're all over Twitter. I love it. It's got to learn how to avoid the things you don't like on YouTube, on Twitter, on social media. I really wished I was born later and I could be a teacher of social media. That really needs taught to the kids today. We've talked about this before. Amen, Goddess. Ain't it weird how that works? These streams can take away pain. As long as they're fun, they're entertaining, engaging in some way. Exactly. And after that, you went to the ER. There you go. Well, I hope you're doing well. I wish the best for everybody out there in the communities. Whether you like me or not, whether you come to my shows and my channel or not. I still wish you the best. I always said it. If you press that live stream, I got respect for you, and that is from the bottom of my heart. A lot of people don't realize that it's not easy to go live, whether you show your face or not, whether you're whatever type of stream you're doing. It doesn't matter. It's very weird to sit here in silence too. But it's such a nice day. It's easier. Because if you know me, I never shut up. If you watch my streams, I talk a lot. That's why I usually I used to lose my voice a lot more. I hope you don't have to, Goddess, but if you do, you still got another one. You can still live. Gotta stay positive, man. That's tough sometimes too. And I've dealt with that a lot. Things can bring you down without even realize they're bringing you down. Change who you are, change how you are. You got to fight through it. Think hard, or if you pray, pray, or meditate. Put your mind somewhere else. Find that happy place. All that good stuff helps. It really does. Stress and anxiety and depression is pretty much everyone has all three of those anymore. It's just what level and how you handle it. And it's the world we live in today. Oh well. Push through. You got it. How to learn how to live and love and let go, right, Sean? The let go part's the tough one. If you got good people around you, it makes it a lot easier. I'll be turning 48 in a month. And after having a lot of sickness the last couple years, I had kind of a revelation a couple months ago and said, there's nothing that says my 50s can't be my best 10 years of my life. So that's what I'm hoping for. I want to be in the best shape I've ever been in. I want to keep doing this YouTube stream and giving you guys some fun every week if I can. And I'll try to come up with some new stuff. It's weird because when I was a kid, I did think about having like your own TV show channel or whatever. And it's weird now that in the world we're in that anybody can just get in their YouTube and have their own show. Be creative. Do something different. Learn from others is probably one of the best advice I can give. Whether you agree with them, like them or not, you can learn something new from anyone. That's why I do a lot of lurking. That's why when I'm cleaning the house or making dinner or whatever, there's YouTube playing in the background, just listening. How someone runs their show, how they talk to their chat, how they present their product. This is now turned to do a YouTube 101 stream. I'm no expert. I'm blessed to have the following I do, and I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. You're some amazing people that I've met out there. There you go. Crazy too, I could throw that in. We got depression, anxiety, stress, and craziness. Everyone has all four of those. It's just what level and how you handle it. I say that in my little spiel at the end of the shows too. Mistakes happen. It's how you react to them that matters. It's true. Just own up to your mistakes if you do something wrong. Well, the watermelon's growing, the cantaloupe's growing. We'll see how that celery goes. The last time I grew celery, like I said, it was like a foot tall, and people were like, wrap newspaper around it if it's not, it doesn't taste right. It didn't taste right at all. CSWA, what's up? Connor Omega. Yeah, I said, even though they lost, I'm still wearing the Suns jersey. I have two Giannis jerseys, but I'm just not wearing one right now. I could have worn one. I had no plans on going on camera either. I thought about doing streams like CE does and some of those other guys out there for sports because I love basketball, I love football, American football. So doing play-by-play, giving people alternate audio commentary for that would always be fun. But Thunder Dan, there you go. There you go. He was a good one. He could dunk the ball like crazy too. You'll never. This is Rex Chapman, believe it or not. Old Kentucky player, old jersey. I showed off my jerseys in a stream before too because I do have over 100 football and basketball jerseys, one from every NBA team because I collected them. I didn't bring my sports collecting into the channel yet as much. I dabbled on a little bit, but I know there's a lot of people out there in the sports collectibles that have dabbled into their communities as well. I collect basketball, football, baseball cards, stuff like that. Hooray, we're all crazy. Mama, we're all crazy now. We're Mark. There's Jamie. What's up? Welcome to the end of the show. Jamie's in the house. We did a little garden tour, showed that I planted some celery, um, a little more of the herbs. I'm actually feeling good for in the morning. Very rare. So CP3, I think he's going to end up with the Lakers and LeBron. They're going to get rid of Schroeder and a couple others, and CP3 I think is going to end up with the Lakers. Good to see you, Jamie. I hope things are well with you. I missed your Snackers chat the other night because I was live. I missed those live chats you used to have. Another great streamer out there, Jamie. Check her out. We showed the garden here today. We'll do one more. Yeah, I can't stand the flopping in the NBA either. As big as an NBA fan I am, there, James. But I love that Jonas got his ring. He's amazing. Well, she can watch the replay if she wants. We're gonna do one little quick tour of the garden one more time to see where everything's going. There we go. You gonna stream some more? I might have the balls to come on people's StreamYards a little more, maybe get on camera more if I'm feeling good. You know if I'm not around, if I'm not streaming, then I'm not doing well. You know if I cancel a show, something's wrong. But I deal with it. I'm blessed. I deal with a lot of shit with my ailments, but people have it a lot worse. We could do a panel together someday. I did an interview on House of X Entertainment, Jamie. If you go to House of X Entertainment's channel and you look back through their interviews, you'll see I did an interview a couple weeks ago on House of X. It was really fun about my YouTube channel and how I started it and everything. They're two great dudes from the Bronx up in New York, friends that I found here on YouTube. They do their own talk shows as well. And one of my mods, if you want to go to House of X Entertainment and find that link and post that would be great so people could check it out. But I had fun on that interview. Always wanted to do one of those type of interviews, but I don't go out and sell myself as much as I should. I'd love to do voiceovers for people, commercials. We'll see. Also, if anyone ever saw, if you go to my playlist and find the Ohio Pile stream and share that link too if you guys can. I'd really appreciate it. One of my mods could do that. That'd be great. So the interview on House of X and on my channel, if you go back in my playlist, there's two streams I'd love to share, and I might even post them in the comments of this after I'm done. It's the stream, my first garden stream, which shows the evolution of this backyard, starting from grass that wouldn't grow, that got too wet, that was sloppy, to everything that we have now that I'm about to show you. And also that stream from House of X where I did my interview was very cool, very cool. I want to start doing interviews with you guys too. That's what the Get Blaze show is starting at. It's going to evolve into something more later on. And I did drop big news last night on LTD 2022. I wanted to be the first to announce that next year I will be leaning towards Death Wrestling off of 2 different video games. I'm sure more people will do that, and I don't like talking about the new games this early, but I wanted to drop the news that I will be running my game, my LTD company, from AEW's game and 2K22. So we're going to mix them together. So it's going to be very fun. If you go to my playlist, it might be in the garden streams, I'm not sure. It's called Ohio Pow. It's waterfalls, and I think it even says someone falls over the waterfalls or something. There's 2 streams back there. One in the mountains. There's the House of X Entertainment interview, and there are a couple streams. There's one with the waterfall and one with all the stuff in the mountains. and there's my first garden stream. So there's some of the really good streams from earlier. I wish more people got a view. So if some of my mods can promote those, that'd be great. And I'm gonna try to put those links in the comments afterwards too, so people can check them out, and in the description. Yeah, the first video I did in the garden shows the evolution of this backyard. And then there's 2 streams from the mountains where I showed the waterfalls, and Fort Necessity, where a lot of battles, George Washington fought right up in the mountains here. There's a lot of history in these mountains. There's natural water slides up in the mountains where you can basically lay on your back on the rocks and slide down. It's amazing. I did it when I was younger. I showed them off. Cucumber Falls, there's different waterfalls up there that I showed off, in the Ohio Powell Falls. I took a nice tour of the mountains up there. There's even more things I haven't got to up yet. Braddock's grave, I think I may have stopped. General Braddock's grave and things like that. A lot of history in this area that people take for granted. But just a couple streams that I've done. If you check out the playlist on my channel, you can check out all the garden streams and see. The first one, more importantly, is the evolution of this backyard. And then those mountain streams are very cool. I showed you the mountains earlier. You could probably see them from here too. Let's do one more stream. There's the mountains. Thank you so much, Goddess. And if you look above the pool there, you can kind of see the mountains over there. We'll do one more quick tour of everything before we take off. I'm gonna show you the mountains up front. Here's my chore earlier today. How about fun? Clean out the cat litter boxes. I want to show you the pineapple sage too while we're doing our last tour. Pineapple sage. Where's my little thing? So I planted this. I found this plant and it smells amazing. And you know, burn the sage to keep away the demons. Pineapple sage. It does smell amazing. I wish I could let you guys smell it. Check out those videos that Monstar and Goddess are dropping, please. I don't ask for very much on this channel, but that's one thing I do ask, is check out those streams and leave me a comment. These I flip around every once in a while, because as you see, the sunlight pulls the plants to the outside. Yeah, pineapple sage is bomb. And these aren't doing too good. They're starting to die. I lost one already. You see in the distance the mountains, and I don't know how much I can zoom. And there is the cross. That thing is, I don't know how many feet, but it's humongous. Right? You can stand up there. That's where I think I took some video from the cross as well. I'm not sure. I think I walked up to that cross. But those are the mountains, Appalachian Mountains right outside, southwestern Pennsylvania. Keep heading that way to go to Maryland. That way for West Virginia. That way to Pittsburgh. And Ohio the other way. Oh, Jamie, you need to visit. You need to visit. People need to visit. Let's take one last tour. Yeah, Goddess is about an hour north of me. Come down to Ohio Powell area. It's amazing. Up in the mountains. Check out that video. I got to do another one. The service up there sucks, so I have to record it and upload it. And that's where I'm going to have to touch base with like people like Jamie and those that do editing. I could easily get into video editing and be busy for like a year. Let's see if I can get in our rainbow. Earlier today I was watering the grapevine and got a rainbow. I wonder if it'll come back. There it is. You guys see the rainbow? Look in the grass. It's a little different now, but you might be able to see the rainbow. Check out the rainbow. I know how to edit. It's just maybe what software or... You guys see the rainbow? It was so much brighter before. That's my grandmother. That's my grandmother, that rainbow, no doubt. No doubt. She's watching over me. Yeah, you guys, anybody visits me, I'll take you up to Ohio Powell, if you watch that stream, seriously, look at those streams, man. A double rainbow. So we got peppers and onions still trying to grow here. One last little round of the garden for you guys. There's butterflies up there. 2 left. Hopefully they get a little bigger. I got a couple pepper plants here and there. Nothing too great, but enough to, like I said, if I want to grab a pepper and an onion, throw it on the grill with my steak, booyah. Over here is pathetic zucchini. Regular sage there to keep the demons out. And there is all the marigolds. And these are from my grandmother's garden. God rest her soul. She's still here. Thanks to the rainbow. Hi, Grandma. And I asked you guys what I should plant, and you said cantaloupe. So I'm trying cantaloupe. There's my first cantaloupe. We'll see how that guy grows. Trellis. And as I found out on YouTube, you can hammock them if they get too big. And now, thanks to WTF Mike, I know now to try to rotate that and get the color on the bottom of the watermelon as well. So I thank you, Mike. There is another small little guy right there growing. Another watermelon. I have a bag full of beans in there. I might make green beans today since I'm feeling good, but more green beans here. And if I grow a bunch of watermelon and cantaloupe, I'm the type of guy to sit right out front of my house and just set a table out there. I would be smart and put one at a time, because people would just take all of them, say take it. There's another one. We're gonna let that guy grow as much as he can before I hammock it. So I'm gonna test out, see the stripes on it. And what Mike said is very true. The underneath, the color was different. I forget what he called it. Wonder if, while I'm live, I don't think I can. Nope. I don't want to stop streaming. There's a weird looking critter in our woods, and my mom said the name of it, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a little weasel-like thing, and they're supposed to get in the garbage or go after the animals and stuff. There's another cucumber. That guy's getting going. I might make pickles out some. Field spots, there you go. So field spots is what I'm getting on some of the watermelon. I don't want to touch them too much. We lost one last time I messed with one. Here's another bud for a cantaloupe, and that one will just sit on the ground there. I'm getting a little more fearless with bees. I used to be really afraid of these bees. Not a mink. It ends in ER. It ends in ER. It's like a fielder, a minter, I forget what the hell it's called. My mom just told me the other day. It's a weird word. Ends in ER. It's a little muskrat looking animal, like a big rat cat or some shit. We got turkeys back there, deer, all kinds of stuff. All right, and then my failure, definitely these cabbages aren't going to do very good. Although I grabbed this one, it's starting to get ahead. Now look, here's the shit. Look at that. All those are eggs and shit. Some bug planted. These are going to be no good. No good. Probably all 4 of these cabbages, 6 of them are going to go. They're not going to be any good. This one's got, nope, no head there either. None of them are either, nope. But this little guy hopefully will grow into some celery for me. That's straight out of my fridge. Cut the bottom off, see what happens. I got carrots here. I don't think these carrots are going to grow. I don't think his carrot's going to grow. Grow, carrot, grow. I don't think so. We harvested a couple little tomatoes today. Talked about the new stuff in the garden. The garden. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Hit the thumbs up. 9 likes. You can get more than that. I'm never pressured for that shit though, man, even though everyone worries about it. But we're going to end where we started, right here in the herb garden. Don't forget Shifty tonight, Goddess tonight, Mama tonight. Couple streams to watch later on. Check out the Olympics starting today. The opening ceremonies was pretty damn awesome. 1,800 drones making a globe hovering over the stadium was damn cool. So I'll be watching the Olympics all for the next 2 weeks as well, in between all my YouTube streams. Make sure to check out those links that were dropped in the live chat and drop me some comments. No, I'm not going to kill any of the babies this time. Thank you so much, Jamie, Mike, Goddess, Sean, Tito, everybody who stopped by and hung out for a little bit. I'll try to do more of these. It's all based on my health, people. Like I said, last few days I've been miserable. Today I woke up feeling pretty good, so I figured let's show you guys the yard and how beautiful it is today. We got to see my neighbor's dog, Bailey. She came over and played. We saw a rainbow, thanks to my grandmother. Tito will be going live. So we got Tito, Elfie, Shifty, Goddess. Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate it. Everybody out there, this is my sanctuary. This is where I like to go to chill every once in a while. Not as much as I should. Should do yoga over there and stuff, is really what I should do. Peace, positive vibes to each and every one of you guys and gals and your families. Stay safe. Stay tuned to Blaze Radio. Hook, line, and sinker. I'll see you on the flip side. See you in my streams, people. I'm out of here. Love you. Check out those streams. Check out those links in the chat. Leave me a comment. See you around the block, people. Peace. Peace to Mike. Peace to Jade. SA. Everybody in the chat. You're amazing. Keep being you, people. Keep being you.